I think part of why we have to invest in this is because we have now a generation of young people who are particularly vulnerable for having their long-term vision artificially, frankly, shortened and reduced. It's very easy. We saw it in so many districts across the country, and Baltimore is no exception, that young people who once thought, hey, I might want to do that year training program to get a higher level certification in my particular pathway, now really eschewing that and going for the money they can make now. Young people who really, over the last 2 years, have had a real different framing of a value proposition. And so we have to, as educators, be able to present the case, but also the opportunities that allow young people to judge and say, wait a minute, actually, it is worth it long term to make sure that I am getting the kind of preparation I need. But in order to do that, it's got to be clear. So we have to invest in the kind of advising that I think we have in city schools, and I know other districts have. I think it's important to expand workplace opportunities and internships. We did a big investment in our employment and job placement opportunities for young people while they are still in school, as a way of signaling you don't have to wait. This is not something in the long term, in the fields by and by, that you're eventually going to get to. But understanding that young people need to see that connection now, and they need to know that they have some flexibility as well as support in getting there. So I think if anything after the last 2 years, we as K-12 educators really need to see that our ability to adapt, provide young people with the kind of support, kind of clear pictures of what the outcomes will yield for their kind of long-term dreams and hopes and desires, and frankly making it more relevant. Because what we saw over the last 2 years is if a young person had to choose between getting a job at Amazon or in a fast food restaurant as opposed to logging on to sit through a class where they weren't going to see anybody and they were disconnected, we're seeing the results of what they chose. And so it behooves us all to really make sure that we're putting in place those things that young people have told us will make a difference, particularly our most vulnerable young people, while at the same time making sure that they have the kind of core academic skills that we know they're going to need to be successful long term.